So
Yeah,
Charlie, congratulations, third album.
that's right.
Like, does it get easier as the albums come out?
I guess it's also a bit nerve-wracking because this particular album for me is a lot different than my last two, and even how it's come about. But it's more exciting than anything.
What I like, right, is that when I was listening to Light Switch for about a couple of weeks, I kept going. When I was on the bus, and it got into my head to a point where my other half was going, "What are you doing?" I was like, "The song Light Switch." Every single time I go, "Turn me on," like anywhere I went, like, do you must get that with people coming over to you telling you things like that you get earworms and people are loving it.
Oh, I do. It's a big compliment though, because the one thing that I want to really drive home is that anything can be made into music, even the sound of a light switch. It's kind of theatrical in a way, which is I guess there a lot of these songs on this album are, where it's that's hilarious with the ha ha ha's and the light switch with the, but it's all just a different way. I'm always constantly trying to search for a new way to put music out and figure out like what hasn't been done, you know.
So we know that you're very popular on TikTok.
I heard this.
Yeah. And you give your fans an insight into how you record your music. So would you ever be open to, I suppose, being collaborative and letting them get involved?
Sure, yeah. I actually had this idea where a popular thing to do within the music industry is to put out like 5 remixes to like a song, and that like boosts your song. It's not really for the love of remixes, unfortunately. It's kind of just used to their advantage to just boost your song. But then it gets kind of old after a while, hearing like dance remixes of your song that have fucking nothing to do with your actual song. But what if you like took a TikTok artist adaptation of your song and released that? I feel like that would be a lot more interesting. And there's an instance of my song Charlie Be Quiet being recorded by a punk rock group, and hearing their take on the song was super interesting. So I think I'd put like a remix out of their version.
When you're recording music now, I know a couple of artists would look at TikTok. Do you look at that as well, as in, oh, I wonder, will it work that way? Or do you just put everything out in a page, edit it up, and see how it goes?
I try and like include the human element in things as much as possible. I mean, I try not to think too much about like how people are going to react to things online. It's more of just like me. I want them to like see something that they've never seen before. Me adjusting a door and then finding the melody within that door and then making a song.
Does that mean that you're never able to relax? That you're always listening? You've got that ear to hear a song and to know, I can make a tune out of this. This is quirky and.
Yeah, no, I can. It certainly comes in handy when I'm actually making music, not just guessing the notes of things online. But that's more of just like I always appreciated the teachers in school that made lessons entertaining. So I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is just make it as entertaining as possible.
Do you know what? My teacher actually got us to sing, Joan Osborne, One of Us. Is that what it's called? What if God was one of us?
One of us, yeah.
Yeah. And that was for our religion class. That was the song, because God was in the words. She was like, we're going to sing that song. It stuck with me forever.
Yeah. And I don't even know if that's like thematically what that song is really about, but it's regardless. That was in my religion class as well.
Isn't that really weird that, it just, well, God's in it. Look, we don't care what he's saying.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, there's a song called Born in the USA, and us Americans, we listen to that song on the 4th of July, which is our Independence Day, but it's really a song about Vietnam, and we don't care to really go into depth of what the lyrics are actually about. We just hear, oh, USA, rah, rah, rah.
Actually, speaking about names of songs, so we were looking at one of the songs on your album and it's called Smelled Like Me. So we were talking on our show recently about aftershaves. So would you have a particular favorite aftershave? Did that inspire the song?
I don't know if there was an actual smell that inspired the song. It's more, that song is more about the kind of sick obsession that you may or may not have with somebody after they've pretended to move on and you've pretended to move on, and it's just a mess. But whatever that smell is, it's reminiscent of something. Aftershave though, I am fortunate enough to not grow a beard, so I don't have to spend a lot of money on razors.
Did you guys have dupe when you were growing up? I remember when I was like 12, 13, every young fella was kind of doused in dupe. It was that pink bottle and the smell of it was, oh.
It was really strong.
I guess the Western equivalent was Axe body spray. That was the purple can or the blue can.
Can you now that the album is out, can you just let it go? I know some artists, kind of keep with it for a while. Do you just say, right, I have done this. This has been my baby. Now it's somebody else's to take over.
Oh yeah. Fly, little bird, fly. Go on. That's literally and as I said that, I think a cicada ran into my window and is now dead. So that's great to look at. But yeah, no, I've worked on this for a year. I said everything I needed to say, from that's hilarious to no more drama. There's nothing left to say. Take what you want from it. Be inspired. Love it, hate it, react to it. That's all I care about.
That's good. And then is it in your head, then you're thinking, right, number 4, or can
Yeah.
you go on your holidays now and just relax for a while? Or is this just the start of it?
I'm always thinking about music and people reacting to it. I don't really do well on holiday.
So when it comes to, we were just talking about if you do make a 4th album, hopefully you do. How does the naming process come about? Like, where do you get the inspiration to name the songs on the album?
I just I had to have a lot of conversations with myself and talk about things that I never thought I would put into music, because I don't know if you'd know, but I do feel like a lot of people didn't care about my life when it came to my music. They just wanted to hear the hit single at the time. This is the first time that I've ever put a full body of work out where it's all about one thing. And I just came up with these titles by talking to myself and reflecting and being like, okay, what was I thinking when I did this? And I come up with titles all the time. I think I've always came up with titles in my head all the time, but I come up with the title and then the music shortly followed after that.
I was thought we had Lizzo on another show I was doing a while ago, and I always asked her about Instagram. I asked, did she have a team around her, or does she just pick up the phone and go, I'm doing whatever? Do you yourself have to go, no, today I'm going to do this? Because I always admire your hair. I always think your hair looks exceptional every time I see it. I'm
Oh,
like,
thanks.
like a bastard with his hair. It's so good, and I'm trying to do this.
Yours looks great too.
Thank you very much. Do you tell your team, right, today I'm going to do such and such, or is it just like Lizzo, pick up your phone and do what you want?
It's to pick up my phone and do what I want. If it's something that I absolutely need to involve them in, because they are my team, I let them know ahead of time. But I think some of the best ideas come about from basically me. And I have to sometimes involve them early on, but it doesn't sacrifice the creativity of it. I at least I don't think.
And are you going to go on tour with the new album eventually?
Yeah, I'll go on a proper tour. We've done a couple of just a couple small shows. It's sold out very quickly, but it's just I wouldn't call it the real tour. It's just a warm-up tour really for me, because it's been so long since I've actually done a tour and been so long since I've seen my fans. We called it the one night only tour. So because I'm literally there for one night. Unfortunately, not coming to Ireland around this time, but we will go about those ways eventually.
Do you know what I've noticed a lot of artists are doing now? They're busking. I've loved this since COVID. Now people have kind of gone back to their roots again. Have you tried it yet, or are you just gonna go, no, I'll wait for a while to do that?
I think I think I should probably not go out in public places because it seems to not be the best idea. At least I don't fare well in them. But I did see Louis Capaldi busking and people gathering around and listening to him. I thought that was really special.
We were there for that. He did it with Niall Horan, the two of them in Dublin.
Really, I
And
didn't know that.
it was wild. Like, I mean, no one was supposed to know bar us and a few others, and then all of a sudden there was like 1,000 fans and they were singing.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
incredible. I think people are craving connection. So that's maybe the answer as to why people are busking and doing things last minute and bringing people together.
We've been telling anyone that we've been speaking to, our show is called Gerrup Out of That. It's a Dublin slang term for kind of go on.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we get your version of Gear Up Out of That? What?
Did I say it right the first time? Gear up that yes.
Gear up out of that.
Gear up out of that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes. Unreal. Charlie, thank you so much. Best of luck with the album. It's a little bop. I love Marks on My Neck. I won't lie. I think it's great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that song is about exactly what it sounds like it's about.